I am Father Orlando Aceron. I'm from Gattaran, Cagayan, in Cagayan Valley. My parents come from Batanes, both of them, father and mother. They migrated to Cagayan. First, it was in Abulug, Cagayan, where I was born. Then, afterwards, I think they moved to Gattaran because all my other siblings were born in Gattaran. And my father was a tailor, and my mother was a plain housewife. We were 7, 6 boys, and 1 girl. The girl became a Dominican sister under the Siena congregation, and I had 2 brothers who entered the seminary also, but they were unlucky because they did not persevere. I started my elementary studies in the public school. Then after that, I entered the seminary for 4 years, minor seminary. But before that, as a student of the elementary, I used to serve the masses in the parish. Then after my 4th year minor seminary, I was sent by the bishop for a 5th year, to finish my minor seminary in Vigan under the SVD fathers. But then after that, when I finished the 5th year, the bishop told me to continue my studies as a major seminarian in UST. I was supposed to be for diocesan priest, but then afterwards, after 3 years of philosophical studies, before I continued first year theology, I learned that they were going to open the novitiate of the Dominican order in Santo Domingo. In 1959, I entered as a novice. After 1 year of novitiate, I professed, and after profession, I continued my studies here in UST, 2nd year, 3rd year, and 4th year theology as a Dominican student. I was ordained in January 5, 1964. Then I was told by my superior to prepare for my examination to hear confession. Then, after my examination, I was called by the provincial, and he told me to go to Manawag as my first assignment, the Shrine of Our Lady of Manawag in Pangasinan. There I stayed up to 1972. I was helping in the parish. I was teaching also in the school, and after that, in 1972, I was sent. My new assignment was going to be in Legazpi, Aquinas University. My assignment was to take charge of the science-oriented high school. Then, after a few years, 1986, I was told to go back to Manawag because they made me a sort of superior. So for 3 years, I stayed there again. Then after 3 years, I was told to go back to Legazpi, Aquinas University. There, I continued my work as in charge of the high school, science-oriented high school. And by 1992 to 1995, I was made or elected as the rector president of the university. And then by 1997, the Father Provincial told me that my new assignment was going to be in Letran, Intramuros. There I stayed up to 2017. I was in charge of the religious affairs, and at the same time I was the dean of the College of Education. I was assigned to here in UST 2017, and my assignment is the regent of the UST Junior High School. At the same time, I'm also given a teaching load in the Ecclesiastical Faculties, teaching introduction to school management, and most of my students are religious sisters. This is one of the things that I was always asked why I became a Dominican. When I was in the elementary school, even when I was already a high school in this seminary, I learned that the whole Cagayan Valley was evangelized by the Dominicans. And maybe that is one of the reasons why that vocation to be a Dominican entered into my mind. Being assigned here now in UST is not something foreign to me because I studied here. I finished my studies, and of course I was already a little bit old when I was assigned here, but out of obedience I had to follow my superior, and God's grace, I still can do things now, at least in the high school, trying to help being a regent, and also sometimes I help in saying the Mass in the parish, whatever I can do. And I think I'm happy. I have no regrets being assigned here. If you always follow or enforce your superior, you will always find happiness in it.